When we first started talking about healthcare, 27 million people didn't have it. Now it's 46 million people, the last count, didn't have it. 1 in 5 young people in our state don't have it. Out in rural areas of the country, places like Dunning, Nebraska, where I'm from, up in the Sandhills, some of those towns and communities and counties, it's as high as 50% of people don't have insurance. So we have got to address this. Do I have all the answers? No, I don't. But I do know that we can save a heck of a lot of money by switching over and by encouraging more hospitals to switch over to electronic records so that costs of paperwork are reduced by 50 or 60%, in some cases even higher. That we can get to a point where we can actually reduce the amount of money that we spend on bureaucracy and on paperwork. We all fill out the same things. I have this electronic mail now. Well, why can't we have electronic records too? So we can have savings there. We can actually reform the Medicaid system, the Medicare system, so that more money is not wasted. We can actually spend money on the things that we like to spend money on, which is increasing the number of people who have insurance. So for instance, what could we do? Not only can we do that, switch to electronic records, but we can also find those cases that do involve Medicare and Medicaid fraud, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry in our country, and start rooting out those wastes, addressing those problems. We can also do something like I was talking about before, which is encourage more people to buy insurance, more businesses to buy insurance, not just as a single employer with one employee. But what if you pooled your resources together as several employers, like the whole Sandhills, for instance, or all these small businesses like down Main Street? Allow them to pull together, whether it's done by industry or done by region. I frankly don't care. Allow businesses to come together, because the more people you have in insurance, the greater the rates are, the less the rates are that you can actually then have. I don't care what your party is. I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you are. I don't any of that stuff. You got a good idea, man, I'm for it. Man, I'm for it. That's what I think a lot of us want right now. I had a rancher north of Alliance who told me this, and I've used it before, and I'm actually using it in a TV spot right now. He said, Scott, you know, I've never voted for a Democrat in my life. Then he paused and said, actually, Scott, I've never met a Democrat in my life. Might be true in Northern Alliance, I'm not sure. But he said, you know, Scott, I'm going to vote for you this year. And I said, why is that? I said, thank you. Why is that? And he said, you know, because right now for me, it's not about moving left. It ain't about moving right. It's about moving forward. I appreciate this opportunity to address everybody. I appreciate the opportunity to have you put me in the hot seat. Have you asked me anything across that you want, because you out there, I'm asking for the most precious thing that we all have. Our vote in a democracy. I'm asking for that. I want you to believe in me. I want you to participate. I need you to get involved. My last pitch is, if I've said anything that makes sense at all up here, and you do want to move forward, you do want a strong voice, you do want somebody who's willing to listen to you and willing to move our agenda forward. And I say our agenda because it is ours. I hope to win by a lot more than 50%. But even if I don't, even if I win by 51%, that's it, I still got to represent the nation.